Okay, this is the third part to square roots. In this one, there's going to be a few times where you can't take the square root of something. And here's why. If I had the square root of minus 16 or negative 16, we can't take the square root of any numbers that are negative. And the reason why is right away you would be like, okay, square root of negative 16 would be negative 4. But it's not negative 4 because remember, square root is always the same thing times itself. So negative 4 times negative 4 wouldn't give you negative 16. It would always give you positive 16. So it's impossible to take the square root of negative numbers. So anytime you see a square root with a negative sign inside of the square root, you can't do it. So if you look at these ones below, I change colors to red, you can't do this because the negative sign is inside of the square root. You can't do the square root of negative 36, so you just write can't do. Here, there's a negative sign inside of the square root. You can't do. But on the ones on the right here, you can do, and it's just like when we learned with exponents. The negative is not inside the square root, so it's not even affected by the square root. So you can do the question. It's only if the negative sign is inside, like in this question. So this question, you just write the negative by itself because it doesn't change. And the square root of 25, you can do the square root of 25. It's 5. So the answer just would be negative 5. The same thing for this one. The negative is outside the square root, so just leave it there. The square root of m squared would be, what times itself would be m squared? It'd have to be m1, or just m. So you can do that one because the negative is outside.